Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again for Middle Grade Book Talks. My name is Heather. I'm a children's specialist with the St. Paul Public Library, and I'm so excited to talk about these books today because truly these are a couple of my all-time favorites. I'm going to suggest these are best for grades 4th through 7th, but watch out adults. You just may find yourself enjoying these as much as kids, so don't dismiss them. Remember that you can find great reads at sppl.org or go ahead and reserve your copy. So let's get started. Question: do you like stories by Roald Dahl? What about Lemony Snicket? Do you like the films of Wes Anderson? Forget it, ask an adult. The two books that I'm going to share with you today are infused with a sense of the ridiculous. Take exaggerated characters, drop them in absurd situations, add a large dose of dark humor, and you have a couple of very strange and wickedly fun stories. Both books come in print versions at the St. Paul Public Library, and the first book I'll be book talking also comes in an ebook version. So let's jump in. Meet the Willoughbys by Lois Lowry. Just an old-fashioned family. There's Timothy, the eldest, age 12, and then there's the twins, both named Barnaby, which is pretty confusing, so they go by Barnaby A and Barnaby B, or just A and B. Interesting fact, they share one sweater. So Barnaby A gets the sweater on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Barnaby B gets the sweater Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Sundays they fight for it. And then there's Jane. Oh, and of course the parents, which I think the parents can best be summed up with this interaction. One day while Mrs. Willoughby is knitting a sweater for the cat, Mr. Willoughby says, "Do you like our children?" For which Mrs. Willoughby responds, "Oh no, I never have, especially not that tall one. What is his name again?" And so a plan is devised by the parents to sell their house and their children. But the children have a plan as well. They are going to send their parents off on an adventure that will have them traveling by helicopter over a live volcano, crossing a river of ravenous crocodiles, all in the hopes that they will become orphans. Now, that's just part of the story and only half of the characters you will meet. There's also an abandoned baby named Baby Ruth, which the children find one day on their doorstep. There's also a melancholy candy bar tycoon who is in charge of Baby Ruth. There's the tycoon's wife and son who have been buried by an avalanche in the Swiss Alps. Very tragic. And there's, the nanny, an odious nanny, but she can make a mean lemon souffle. And then there's the postmaster, and his name is Hans-Peter Schlüsseldorf. Intrigued? Well, taking stock elements from classic children's books, think Dreadful Parents and Abandoned Babies and Long Lost Heirs, Lois Lowry creates a wickedly funny and very playful book that is simply one of my all-time favorites. Find out how all of these characters come together and also if the children get their wish, if they do indeed become orphans. At the back of the book, you'll find a glossary, which you will need, and also a bibliography of all 13 old-fashioned children's books which are referenced within this book. This is The Willoughbys by Lois Lowry. Very Rich by Polly Horvath. Poor Rupert, life has certainly given him some lemons. 10-year-old Rupert comes from a very large family, a poor family. His mother, Mrs. Brown, can't remember all of her kids' names, so when she has to ask someone something, she simply yells, "Hey, you!" Rupert has never had a toy. He has never owned pajamas. He has never eaten McDonald's. He does qualify for free food, but the lunch lady simply won't serve him. Because Rupert's family has a reputation, especially his brothers. They're known for stealing the neighbor's cats. No one likes the Brown family. Everything changes one day when Rupert is on a walk and he walks past the mansion owned by the Rivers family. His sweater gets stuck on the gate as it's opening and he's hoisted up into the air. He is not released until the cook looks out the window of this mansion, sees him, and sends a jolt of electricity, which knocks him down to the ground. This is a very odd predicament, but he's in for an even stranger ordeal when the Rivers family invites him inside, and it's there that he meets this large and very eccentric family, a family that includes a butler, a cook, and a librarian. By the way, this librarian, she's not even part of the family. She just sort of moved in to one of the rooms. You'll meet her. She mostly hides behind curtains. She spies on the family and she reminds them that library cards are free. So what Roper doesn't realize is that it's actually Christmas, and he's invited into their home, and after an enormous feast, it's game time. And games here, the way the Rivers family plays it, games are played for big, big prizes, and this night of risk-taking and extravagance will lead to several adventures between Rupert and the Rivers family. If this is your first book by Polly Horvath, get prepared. Her stories are known for their whimsical touch, sometimes magical, but she also likes to pair like dark humor with really absurd situations. Rupert is on one strange adventure that will expose him to a lot of life's quirks and mysteries, and he'll meet a lot of people who are kind of trying to fulfill their dreams and just sort of lead their own imperfect lives. I loved this story so, so much. Warning, maybe have a bag of chips beside you while you read this one. You'll know what I mean when you start it. This is Very Rich by Polly Horvath. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's book talks. And if it wasn't your taste, try another video. I'll do something different every week. So do check in at sppl.org just to see what the libraries are doing to stay connected. And really, it's your turn now. I did my book talk. It's your turn to talk to somebody about something you have read or a story that you've listened to. Give your own book talk. And until next time, keep reading.